Welcome everybody to fucking Freedom of Speech. I host this every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. This is a panel basically where you could come out and be outspoken about anything you like. Does not matter. It's called fucking Freedom of Speech. Well, let's start off with our memberships. You guys all know about memberships. You could hit that join button, become a membership. Existing members I have is a total of 27. The Mango Slices, Tommy Powers, Pulled by Ed, Parts and Pieces, Go Cuts, All Gone Fishing, Fun Things to Do with Tech Sparky, Bama Mud Mowers, Jeff Schools, Mud Mower Farms, Cheryl's Live Chat, Twisted V Twin Garage, Katrina Culture World, Grandpa's Adventures, Val Lady 49, Howell Fisher, Mower Outlaw, Rolling Through Life, Mr. Stalker's 1994, Mud Farmer, Carl's Crew, Iron Dog 63, Love Eagles 1, Tampa Boy Custom, Fritz Smith, Timothy the Timer Hand, B.S. Small Engines. Well, if you'd like to help support the Lucky 7 Mud Mowers, you know what to do. Hit that join button. And I give away a total of 3 Amazon cards every Friday, valued at $10 a piece. You must be a member, must be on Friday Nights Live to be able to win. You got the super chats that's right in the bottom. Don't forget to hit that little share button and the like button. Let's get the show going. Topic of the story. The conversation today is absolutely nothing. Whatever goes, let's get the first guest in, which is Grandpa. Good morning, Grandpa. Fortunately, we can't hear you. Oh, there we go.
How the fuck
I guess
are you?
YouTube's having a little bit of delay. We're doing okay. We got Rattle Trap Fishing, Val Lady. Go ahead, Grandpa.
I read where you were keeping your fur babies happy this morning.
My fur babies.
Yep,
My
that's
fur
what you
babies?
said.
I was keeping my fur babies? I'm lost. I'm lost.
I don't know why you're lost.
My fur babies? Did I post something on Facebook?
No, I think you said it right in the chat. I know Cheryl and the lady were talking about keeping their fur babies happy, and I thought you said something in there too.
No, I think Val Lady said my cyber son, and I gave her a happy face, but I was actually out. I had to go get a Dunkin' Donuts. So whatever the conversation is before I got here, I'm not comparable for that. Somebody else did that. Jeez. What's up, Jet?
Now you sound like a magazine reporter.
Wasn't me. I didn't print it. I didn't say it. I don't know what it was said. I got the panel link up over there. If anybody would like to come up, let's fill this channel. We could have 9 people up here, including myself, as 10 people. We now have 14 people here watching. Thumbs up.
It was Laura. Laura says it was me, and Cheryl says it was Laura. How's everybody this morning? I hope well. Hey, Hines, Cheryl, and Laura, Scott, Jet.
So what are we going to talk about this morning, Grandpa?
Oh, well, are you asking me first, or do you want to go first?
No, go ahead. I really don't have any topic. I got a few things, but the same fucking bitching I've been doing from Governor Gina, you know.
Yeah.
I was a little upset this morning, but we'll let you go.
Hey, Nate.
We'll let you talk.
Well, we'll talk about the fucking governor later. What I wanted to talk about is that magazine fucking article there. What was it, from the Atlantic? That said that when President Trump went to France, that first of all, he didn't want to go there and do this ceremony because he didn't want to get his hair wet. Yep. And every other fucking time that there's a ceremony, he's out there in the fucking pouring rain with an umbrella. And
I heard a little bit about it.
Second, they said that he stated that people that died during the war were fucking losers.
I heard about that this morning. I honestly don't think Trump would have said something like that. It's friggin' just bullshit that they're trying to stir up trouble, you know? Anything to put
Well,
Trump down.
again, it's from 4 anonymous sources. They won't come out with their names because they said they don't want to get bad tweets.
Right. What's up, Noodles?
Well, hey, Noodles, one of them that said that that was a lie, of course, was Sarah Huckabee there. And the other one was somebody that's no fucking fan of the president, and that's John fucking Bolton said that it was a fucking lie. That he never said that.
Yep, I think it's just fucking bullshit.
Well, yeah, it's 60 days before a fucking election. Of course, you got to have something.
Yep.
Another conspiracy theory.
So fake news. Fuck the fake news. Everybody turn off the fucking fake news. If they want the resource, to just come down to watch any live videos. Or if not, step out of the door yourself and start asking. Fuck watching the news. So fucking fake. Don't matter if it's local news or high-rated news.
Someone said that the mainstream media was the enemy of the country. I agree. Geez, I said that.
Well, I believe second would be all the governors, because the Democrat governors, they're fucking running this country down. They're trying to take our rights away. Honestly, with the face mask stuff, I've been talking about it. Fuck the face mask. Something else is what really bothered me. Is a local nursing home where Cheryl's mom is. I found out that the lady that takes care of the appointments is off this weekend, so no one could be able to see the loved ones at the nursing home. Which I'm pissed off, because I really haven't seen my mother-in-law in, I don't know, months. And only time I could be able to see her is on the weekends. And so I Googled nursing homes in Rhode Island, and you see some of these people actually going into the nursing home with the face mask. Yeah, there's precautions that everybody has to take. They can't, get close, can't hug them, but they're allowed in the nursing home. Well, Cheryl's mom's nursing home, they won't even allow you in the nursing home. And some of these people are scheduled for like 15-minute visits, and it's like once a week, if that, if they could get an appointment. So needless to say, I friggin' was kind of yelling this morning, and Cheryl says, "Why are you yelling?" Well, it's basically I'm pissed because it seems like they're locking the loved ones up, and we can't even go and visit them. And if we do, it's like visitation hours. You only get it 15 minutes, and it's like prison. They should have more rights down there at the nursing home. Just fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
Cookot's going fishing. What's up?
they had a wedding in the next town over from where I live, and I guess over 30 people have tested positive for COVID. And so the governor, of course, she went into another 30-day emergency lockdown.
Well, I believe it's fucking bullshit, because it's hard for me to believe anything with this coronavirus. I understand at the beginning of all this stuff, I did mention that my 1 second notice. My brother and my sister-in-law got it, and they were sick, and they had to be locked up, in their own room. They have kids; it was hard to be able to do stuff. But I think they're dragging this out. I would like to see some hardcore evidence besides just the news media saying 10 more people, 20 more people, 5 more people died. I need to see the hardcore evidence, how they test it, proceed to test it. If there's 30 people, over there doing a test, I want to see clearly there's 30 positives by myself to be able to have honest belief in this coronavirus.
Well, the the new report, Mike, from the CDC was evidence. Good morning, Rosanna.
Yeah.
That out of 180,000 people, 10,200 actually died from the coronavirus.
But on top of that,
The
how many
others
people
had,
false testing?
yeah, exactly. And out of those that, well, that's I'm talking about the ones that died.
Right. Notice you have to have the camera on. Sorry, bro. It's one of
And
the new rules that we have.
out of the ones
You,
that died, 130,000 of them were 60 years and above.
notice you don't have to have it on you. Just as long as it's activated, you could have it facing something if you want. You're going up now.
Yeah, so I just want to say that it doesn't matter what the doctors say about any of this shit. It doesn't matter what the CDC says, there's any guidelines or whatever. When there's an outbreak, they want to basically throw this on someone that they hate, and they've done this over and over again. They've tried to do it to Trump, and when they tried to do it to this fucking Pelosi woman, this woman who possibly could have spread it to everyone in Congress. They made it so that they attacked the parlor owner. So it doesn't really matter what the situation is with the doctors or what they're saying or what the guidelines are. If there's an outbreak, they will blame whoever they do not like, and that's what everyone's scared of. Lucky, these people who are running these homes. Can you imagine if there's an outbreak? They're gonna get.
In this particular nursing home, there has not been one tested positive since all this began. Not one tested positive. I know their precautions are high, but inconsiderate, if you had no outbreak or no positive cases at all at this nursing home, they should at ease a little bit, because if you have other nursing homes and the residents' loved ones are able to go into their lobby and visit the loved ones inside an air-conditioned, building, or if it's raining, they'll still be able to see their loved ones. This particular nursing home I'm talking about, they're not allowing that. You have to visit outside, and if it's raining, that means the visitation is canceled. They have to, I believe, make it a little bit easier. You're paying hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a month for your loved ones to be there, to be taken care of. And they're not even making a way for you to be able to visit your loved ones on this weekend. If the lady has her vacation on this weekend, that means nobody's seeing their loved ones. I think that's fucking sucks.
No one wants to take responsibility for this. There are absolutely no guidelines yet, from the federal government for any of these facilities.
Because they can't prove it. They can't prove
right,
it. And everybody's considered it's all fake fucking shit. That's the reason why there's no guidelines.
And this is the thing. This is the thing. They're using this. They're using these outbreaks as a way to discredit other people that they don't like. And that's what's going on. Lucky, I guarantee you, someone right here or someone in your live stream right now is just waiting for you to fuck up. They're just waiting for it. And they're going to throw a ton of shit on you, dude. Dude, I'm telling you, man. That's the way it is. That's the way these people work.
I really don't give a fuck. This is, like I said, I run these panels every fucking Sunday. It's called fucking freedom of speech. If they don't like it, they don't have to fucking be here and watch it. I swear a lot. I cuss a lot. I have it. People come up. They debate. I debate. But at the end of this live stream, you know what it is? I shrug it off my shoulder. I don't make any big deal out of it.
I
think you're doing the right thing.
I debate, just not in front of the camera. Now, getting back to this, they don't have anybody there to schedule this, Lucky. You know what? to me, that sounds like you saying, well, you know what? I only know how to do 15-inch tires, so you need to give those truck tires to somebody else.
Yep.
That's
Well,
fucking bullshit. All you got to do is get on the phone and write down someone's fucking name.
that's what I kind of explained to Cheryl this morning. I said, "You're telling me because she's on vacation, nobody's able to see their loved ones on the weekend." She says, "Oh, she's the one that schedules." I said, "Well, that doesn't make sense because if somebody's on vacation, that means all these families that want to see their loved ones on the holiday weekend or any weekend is unable to. That's like fucking being in prison. I'm sorry."
No one wants to take responsibility for this.
Exactly.
No one.
Getting back to what Noodles was talking about there, that fucking, because there's a lot of people that live in that area, that piece of fucking shit, Como or fucking Homo, whatever his fucking name is, has the audacity to say that if Trump comes to New York, he better bring an army. Well, guess what, motherfucker? He's got 3.5 million in his army, okay? First of all, and this is a fucking man that murdered 11,000 people because he was sticking COVID positive patients in fucking nursing homes.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
And then he wants to blame it on somebody else.
That's what they're gonna do. They're trying to discredit people, and then now they're trying to blame this guy for fucking murder. Think about this. And if you're a business owner, and if you're responsible, if you have any sort of responsibility, someone doesn't like you, they're just waiting for something like this to happen so that they can use it against you. And it doesn't matter what the doctors say, guys. All they're going to do, they're going to make tweets about it, they're going to post about it, and there are assholes out there that are willing to come and get you. They're willing to burn down your business. They're willing to actually kill other people over this. Think about it. Think about the parlor shop owner that Nancy Pelosi went to. There's been non-stop death threats to this woman.
Well,
she didn't do anything wrong. She did nothing wrong. They're just looking for an excuse to hurt these people.
Yeah,
and no one wants to be responsible.
I saw her on Fox News. She's leaving San Francisco because of the death threats.
Yeah, I would too.
Well,
no one's going to protect that woman. Who's going to protect that woman?
I think she should be thrown out of office. She shouldn't be the speaker anymore. She should be fucking thrown right out of office. She's telling us everybody should have a mask on, but yet, and telling all these small businesses to be closed, but yet it's okay for her to go and have one opened and she could get her nails and her hair done. You know, I think that's fucking bullshit.
Well, let me tell you the corker about that is that if something happened like Noodles mentioned earlier, where there's not an election, come fucking January 20th, Nancy Pelosi's the president of the United States.
That ain't happening because
it's written right in the fucking Constitution. She will be president if they do not have an election or if there's a dispute in the fucking county.
Well, I don't know what would happen after that because I know for a fact I'd like to say you know it's gonna fucking be terrible, you know.
You know, and
they don't want this election to happen. They do not want this election to happen.
Right.
These cowardly motherfuckers that are threatening a businesswoman in San Francisco, they do that because they're fucking cowards. Because they don't come and threaten people and burn shit down in Maine because guess what? We can shoot them for that shit.
Val Lady, thank you very much for the super sticker. Thank you.
And it's also because they can do it. That's why they're doing it.
That's what I'm saying. They have no recourse. The police aren't doing anything, and the people aren't fucking standing up because where they're at, law-abiding citizens aren't fucking allowed to carry fucking firearms in the community.
Grandpa, let me tell you something. I work in Brooklyn most of the week, right? I come over that bridge into Manhattan. They had people camping out over there. They spray painted the city hall, destroyed property. You know what the cops were doing while all this shit was going on? They were writing fucking parking tickets. That's what they were doing. They were writing fucking parking tickets.
they don't have any fucking backup.
I think it's time to bring our National Guard in, because I understand a peaceful protest, but when it starts getting to damaging property, even if property does not belong to you, that's considered terrorism to me.
Well, you see the fucking news, and the news says mostly peaceful protest with a little burning.
Yeah, a little burning. It doesn't
You
matter
know,
if it's
that's like it was peaceful, but there was only a couple of murders.
Yep. Well, I know Boston, they're gearing down right now on the 16th. Black Lives Matter is supposed to be having a big protest down there on the 16th. So, we'll see what happens in our neck of the woods at that particular time. I do know that most of the hotels claim they are full. There's no vacancies in these hotels. I'm not sure if they're saying that this way they don't, give these people rooms, or it's actually being full.
I don't understand how they can't figure out who's busing these people in. You're busing it. You're busing in people to fuck shit up, fuck up private property and public.
Of course.
How are they not going after these people?
Because they have rights to be able to be transported wherever they want. They have rights to be able to protest anywhere they want.
Yes, but if you're intent,
but when you get there, that's up to the protester, individual person, to be able to cause that damage.
can you imagine if the NRA had events every year where people were fucking looting and burning shit down and shooting people? What do you think they would do?
Make this country fucking better.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. They would go after they would go after this group. They would get rid of this group. They would declare them a terrorist organization, and it would be done with. It would be the end of the NRA. It would be it. But these fuckers get away with everything because they're hiding behind the word black and lives and matters.
Oh, BLM? You mean burn, loot, and murder?
I think the NRA should put LGBTQ in front of the NRA.
Well, they tried that stuff.
You need to support somebody.
With Kyle Rittenhouse. They tried to blame his group for being a terrorist act. But that's when Trump stood up and said, nah, he was protecting himself.
Yeah, well, that gentleman that fucking got $250 million from that fucking news organization is paying for his lawyers, so.
Right. He'll get away, because you could be able to see, him running and getting beat down, Come on, he's running away from the problem.
I asked people who are calling this kid a murderer. I said, what would you want your mother or father to do if that was happening to them?
Well,
let's pretend your mother or father didn't have a gun. What would you want them to do? They all say defend themselves. They get away, defend themselves. This guy happened to have a rifle that would fuck you up, and they still went after this fucking guy.
Exactly. Yep. One of them hit him in the head with a skateboard.
Well, yeah. I was just going to say that. I know where I could get a used skateboard for sale if anybody's looking for one. Not using it no more.
These people want to use deadly force on you, but then when you get in the sandbox and play with them, and you don't use the skateboard back, and you shoot the motherfucker, because to me, dead is dead. Deadly force is deadly force. Whether it's a gun, a skateboard, a fucking rock, a brick, or anything. He shot him. And he had every right to do that.
And let's pretend that one of the guys who went up to him, let's pretend that he didn't have a gun. The guy had a fucking Glock, and he was looking to fucking kill this kid.
Yep.
Yeah. And you know what his statement was afterwards? He was sorry that he didn't get to empty his Glock into that kid before he got shot.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's probable cause right there. That kid ain't going to do no time. It's all fucking political bullshit. And as far as the
Exactly.
BLM movement, I'll tell you, I don't give a fuck what color you are. If you have to put a race before your fucking your name, you're a fucking racist. Okay?
I'm not a prejudiced person. I am against the looting. I'm against the destruction, as these protesters are, going town to town, city to city, state to state. That's what I'm against. I am not against their rights. I'm not against the rights of protesting. I'm more against of them taking advantage of this situation and causing a lot of damage. To me, that's just terrorism. I'm sorry. That's all it is. And I think the National Guard, we need to get the National Guard in there and stop following these terrorists. So wherever they go, we should have full force National Guard there.
Because if that doesn't happen, you know that people are going to be fucking. The next thing to happen, if the law does not step in, the next thing to happen is there's going to be a huge fight, and it's
Yep.
going to be with firearms.
We have
It's not going to be with skateboards. It's not going to be with anything like this. It's going to be with firearms.
All right. We have enough National Guards right here in this country that if we did go to just about every state, we'll just say, like, where they're going to go and protest. Maybe not the small ones, but the larger protest that is scheduled. We have enough National Guards to fill up every single block to be able to protect these businesses and make sure some of these people protest the way they're supposed to be, peacefully. That I think that's what we should do. If they're willing to put 4,000 to 5,000, 10,000 protesters in one city, why aren't we able to put 10,000, 20,000 National Guards to protect us and the buildings and the businesses?
Right, from a possible, not saying all the protesters, but maybe like 10 or 20 of them.
Yep.
That could possibly do a lot of damage. I mean, you remember the kid that made the bomb that threw? I think it was in Portland.
Yep.
He made a fucking bomb.
It only takes one person to start something. It only takes one person to start something.
Well, look at that Antifa leader. When they busted him, he got down in the fucking fetal position and cried. Now, what kind of shit is that? When they arrested him, he had industrial grade fireworks and a fucking flamethrower.
We got a legend in the chat. Mill Hill Mud Mowers. What's up, buddy?
E.Mail ill. And you need to really think about it. These people in Antifa would like nothing more than there to be a fucking race war. That's what they're pushing for. And these are people that, of course, the Democrats are fucking backing. Of course they want a fucking race war. You know what? They need to go out there and ask black people, because, and you can't believe what you fucking read, but the word is that over 80% of black people don't believe in this fucking movement. You don't see them out there fucking protesting on the street corners with fucking signs.
There are more black people that's killing black people than there are white killing white.
Oh,
or
definitely.
white people killing black people, or black killing white. It's more black killing black. That's a proven fact.
And what kind of fucking movement has nothing but people that are fucking convicted felons, from fucking raping a 14-year-old to fucking armed robbery, and then they're putting them up on fucking murals with fucking Martin Luther King, who was a great man.
Well, I'll be honest with you, he should never have been able to put a foot outside that prison wall if he raped a 14-year-old person. He should have been locked up for life. Shouldn't have throw the key away, and that's it. Plain and simple.
Yeah, general population.
Well, you know what? Maybe this guy was being paid to aggravate and be there, and we don't know this because there are a lot of people out there with felonies that get out of prison and can't get a job because of it. So maybe this guy, this is how he made a living.
Mr. Briggs, you're awful quiet.
No, I'm just
Unusual.
listening. I mean, because like when you said ship National Guard everywhere, there ain't enough to cover every city in America with National Guard.
Oh, yeah, there is. Oh,
Depends
yeah,
on
there is.
Every state is different, though. There ain't enough in New York. I mean, that I know. I mean, I think our National Guard unit up here has like 90. That ain't enough to cover this entire area where I live.
If you think so.
And it's not necessary. I mean, I agree. We need them out there in the hot spots, but to cover everything, it'd be like living in a police state. I don't want to live in a police state. I don't want to have National Guards all over where I go. I mean, I understand what you're saying. There are hot spots. I agree. They need them in the hot spots, but to cover the entire country with National Guard, it'd be like living in a police state. I mean, that would give them what they want. They want us to live in fear. I don't think it's like I go to work every night. I leave my old man back here in the back room, in a dark back room. He's helpless back there. I mean, he's helpless because, I mean, he just had eye surgery. And even for that, I mean, he's got stage 4 COPD. If he's here in the spring, I'll be amazed. I worry about him. He can't defend himself. And that nurse can't legally carry a weapon. So, you know.
Not for nothing, but I think the American people, the civil American people, would feel at ease knowing that there's a National Guard on every friggin' corner protecting their businesses that they worked all their fucking life for to get it up and going, and protecting their homes, instead of knowing there's going to be protesters going down, lighting their cars on fire, throwing rocks through their building, you know, setting the building on fire. I think the American people would like to see that only because they're being protected.
Right.
Well, I
and
understand that.
Why are we paying? What do we pay taxes for?
Exactly. That's what the National Guard's for.
For Nancy to get her fucking hair done when no one else can.
And her nails.
You know what? That's a good point. I wonder if anyone's going to look into that. See who paid for that fucking hairdo.
Well, she already said that was a setup.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if it's set up or not. For one, you're wrong for fucking opening a business. For second, you're wrong for having it done. All right? Don't matter if it's set up or not. Tell you what. Don't matter where you go. There's always fucking cameras watching you. You know? I protect myself.
That's like saying... Yeah.
Every live I do, I have a GoPro sitting right here filming the chat. So I'm protecting myself. You walk down the street, there's going to be cameras wherever you go. Me and Cheryl just stopped at a freaking yard sale the other day, and the lady in the garage, there's a fucking camera in her garage watching people, you know, shuffle through the stuff for the yard sale. You know, you go to a street corner at the traffic light. You look up at the traffic lights. There's fucking cameras there. What makes you think she could say that was a setup? Come on, every business that has cameras these days.
Oh. It's like saying if there's someone out there who said, hey, listen, we got bombs for you to buy. You can buy these bombs, and you know you can buy these machine guns and start a war or whatever. Well, because he was set up, does that mean this person was up to no good? I had a friend in high school that was went to college in Boston, and the FBI sold him bomb making material, all this stuff. And then when he got arrested, he said, "Oh, I was set up." So what? You bought? Who the fuck is gonna buy? Anyway, right? She broke the fucking law. She got caught doing it, or not the law, but suggested whatever.
So. As you guys heard, I just Googled to find out how many National Guards is in the United States. 450,000, 450,000,100 National Guards waiting to be deployed anywhere within the country or outside the country. That's just National Guards.
That's 450,000, right?
450,000.
Exactly, 450,000.
And what's the population of the United States?
300 point something million.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah,
Scott,
not even 10%.
Scott, I know where you're going with that, but it's still only the fucking Democrat cities that are letting this shit bullshit go on, okay? And
How many police officers are there in the United States?
I don't know, but
Find out.
Minneapolis finally asked for help, and the fucking U.S. Marshals come in and they ended the fucking rioting bullshit in one day, one evening.
Oh, I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying, though? I'm saying not every city needs National Guards
No.
floating around, is
No,
what I'm saying.
Where they're needed is where they need to go.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, because it's like, as far as not, I mean, you know, let's put it this way. Not all Democratic cities are that nuts. I mean, because like where I live, I mean, I got a buddy of mine that I turned him on to his channel. He hasn't come up on the stream yet. Guy named Spears. So if you see a guy named Spears trying to come up, he's a buddy of mine. He'll tell you the same thing. Like where I live, this city was ran by Democrats for 30 years. The only thing they ever did to this city is run it into the ground fiscally, but they're not idiots as far as letting rioting go on. They're not going to do that.
Right. Well,
We don't put up with that here.
right.
Well, there's a difference between Democrats and corrupt Democrats.
Not all Democrat cities are shitholes, but 19 out of the worst 20 fucking cities and states run in this country with crime are Democrats.
In 2018, there were 686,655 full-time law enforcement employed in the United States. The number of full-time law enforcement officers reached a peak in 2008 with 708, 569 officers, and hit low in 2013 with 626,942 officers.
So that's 600 plus another 400 that would try to enforce the laws if there was ever civil unrest.
Right.
But
so, like I said, not every city, every protest, but far as the larger Black Lives Matter movements, if it's peaceful, that's awesome. I support that. But when they start becoming damaging property that Americans and legal Americans able to build their company up, I think that's what we should start to protect.
Yeah, you realize how ridiculous it is that a 17-year-old kid had to do this? The cops wouldn't. The National Guard wouldn't. 17-year-old kid had to go to friggin' protect someone's business. How fucking ridiculous is that?
Yeah, him and a friend of his.
Yeah, what the fuck's going on? There's almost a fucking million cops.
Well, everybody, and I'm sure everybody on this panel has ran into a cop that's corrupt. I've had it happen to me. I mean, I'll give you a good instance. Anybody that knows me personally knows I love history. I've got where I'm from. I got every history book ever printed on Chemung County, New York. I'm a historian. I was doing it back in high school. Like Mark Twain wrote all his books right here in the town where I live. Every book, 90% of them. He wrote a couple outside. But anyways, I'll tell you this incident that happened to me. I was like 17 years old. I was up in an area called Horseheads, New York, waiting for a museum to open called the Zim Center. And Eugene Zimmerman was a famous cartoonist, political cartoonist back in the 20s and 30s. And I'm walking around the area just taking pictures of old house. And old houses all through there. So I'm sitting on a park bench outside the museum 20 minutes before it opens. I had a cop come up to me and ask me what I'm doing. I was a smart ass. Yep. I was smart ass then, smart ass now. I sat there and I turned around, looks like I'm sitting on a bench. And he said to me, name and everything. I said, my name's Asshole. What's your name? Officer Dick. And he demanded my ID. And I said, am I breaking the law sitting on a public bench? And he said, well, you're out taking pictures of buildings. It said, there's nothing illegal about taking pictures of houses. I could take a picture of you jerking off on your front porch if I was from a public street. Yep. And he did. And so his answer was to try. He said, if you don't give me, I'll put you in jail. I said, for what? I'll have your badge. You can't put me in jail for sitting on public street. And then he demanded, and he found out I was a minor. He called my old man up there, and my old man even said the same thing. He said, what was he doing wrong? He was taking to people's houses. He's an historian. The cop said there's no such thing as a juvenile historian.
I'm glad he knows that.
And I still was giving a hard time because I was taking pictures of someone's house. Some old lady got paranoid.
There's a few people that I know that is young, and they love taking pictures of historical things. So I didn't know there had to be an age limit on that.
Well, can't you just be a photographer? Can't you just be a photographer? I mean, like, what the fuck? You know, when I used to sell guns, we used to tell everyone that, listen, just because the police pull you over and they tell you that you're doing something wrong, you might have to go to jail and have to go to court, and it's up to the court to decide if you did something illegal. The police, the cop is only there to enforce the law up to a certain, you know, what he knows.
What
So
he thinks he knows.
that cop could have, yeah, right. That cop could have fucking arrested you. You could have went to court and won, whatever, but you still would have been arrested.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Not to bash the police officers. I respect those. But there are some police officers that don't even know the rights.
Yeah.
you know, getting back to what Scott said, you know, police officers take a fucking oath, and one of the first things in that oath is to follow the Constitution of the United States, okay?
Right.
Yep.
And I watch a couple of people on YouTube that do First Amendment audits, and you wouldn't believe the amount of cops out there that try to push fucking laws on you that don't fucking exist. One thing that he said that is a fact, if you're on a public sidewalk, you could film anything that you can see with your eyes. Period. I don't give a fuck what it is. You have the right to do that. And in public, you have no right to fucking privacy. Okay? You can't say, I don't want you filming me, because that ain't your right to do that. If you don't want someone filming you, stay the fuck home. That's the way the Constitution has it.
It's Auditing America. That he's really, really good. I love the job he does. He goes to, matter of fact, a lot of local places over here in Rhode Island. Matter of fact, he went to one of the town halls that's very close to my location, and of course they all give him problems. Oh, you can't record in here. Of course you could record. We pay for this building. We could record. Anything that's considered as a common area, you're able to record.
I'm against the press puts in the shame.
That's who I watch, Scott.
That guy puts him to shame. I mean, he'll sit there and call the cop dickhead and everything else, and they get him an attitude. Said, "You want respect? Give it back to me. Otherwise, you're a dickhead."
Yep.
Him and his son, Watson.
Yep. He did one. He was out, and where is it? Pine City. Not Pine City. Park City, Utah. Man, this one guy was freaking out at him. He says he called the police. There's two guys out. There's a guy out here with a gun, and he's taking video. I'm scared.
Oh, yeah. I watched that the other day in front of the post office.
Yep, but you know what I did? I did better. I copied the link and put it on their Facebook page. Hey, look at this. You guys are national, 60,000 views. Good job.
No, they'll give you any line of shit they want to. And
yeah.
You might have to go to jail, but I've seen people also, auditors, that get put in jail and get a $60,000 fucking lawsuit.
I think that's what a lot of these people are doing. They're trying to fuck with the cops so that they get arrested, so that they can have a big lawsuit and they actually make money doing it.
Well, that M against the press guy has never sued anybody.
Yes, he has. He sued that post office and won like $9,000 because they wouldn't let him go in. He said, "You're preventing me from buying a stamp." And he did. He settled out of court for like $9,000. Look it up, Gramp. He did. He won from them.
Yeah, maybe it was an old video I watched where he said that it was.
No, this is just a couple. It was like in May that he actually filed the lawsuit. He filed it back when it happened. Remember that one post office he went to and they kept him from going in? He said, I'm gonna make an example of you, and he did. 3-4 months later, he won. They gave him like $9,000.
What's it called? Against the press?
Am against the
I'm
press.
against the press.
Oh,
Am.
Okay.
Am.
Am?
Yes, he's from Am against it, New York.
Long Island. Well, just hit Watching the Watchmen. It'd be easier to find it. You type in Watching the Watchmen, and that's his son. And every one of his videos has a link to his father's videos.
Yeah, the people freak out. I mean, one guy in front of that post office went up and pushed his son, and his son's 16 years old.
Yep, tried to pull the camera away from his son. They got him out through a reflection in the glass. I mean, the guy is actually an arrogant prick. Just listening to him, he'll drive you insane in some ways. He's arrogant, but he does a good job. You got to give him credit.
I could see you doing something like that, Scott.
Nah, I could be just as I'd have fun with it. Believe me, if I had the time to do it. I mean, I got to take care of my old man. If I didn't have my old man and didn't have to worry about working, I'd do it.
Well, I found Watching the Watchmen, so.
Yep, that's his son. Now, if you click below one of his videos, it'll show you a link to one of his fathers.
All right.
I'm against the press. You want to subscribe to something? Subscribe to those two, Lucky. You would love this guy. Because, something, he sort of looks like Grandpa. He's the same age as me, but he's a prick like you.
I just put up that first link.
You got to put up the links to both of them because every one of your subscribers need to get on there because I'm telling you, you would love him. Because he looks sort of like Grandpa because he's bald on top like Mickey is and Noodles is here. He's bald, got his old white beard in there, and he brags how he walks around with his gun on his side where he's allowed to, and he's a prick. He'll sit there if it was legal to take a dump in a public spot, he'd probably be the one that would do it and say, "There, I just did it because it's my rights."
All right, I just clicked on the first one. It doesn't say anything about his old man though.
It'll be a link on one of the bottom of the video. One of them, it'll say he'll put a link in the description of his old man. It should show a link to his old man. It's a long word. It's weird. I'm against the press.
All right. Well, you know what? We'll save that for the viewers. If they want to check it out, they could look. I'm not going to bother looking for that link. But
I know. I'm just saying. But they are. But Watching the Watchmen, subscribe to that, and if you find the other one, do it because I'm telling you, those two. The guy is. He ain't afraid to tell you to stick it in your ass. He ain't. Ask Grandpa. He'll talk. If a cop gets in his face and gives him an attitude, he'll flip him off. He'll say "fuck you." But he does it in a way that you gotta love him.
He knows the law.
Yep. He said, "I've never been arrested, and that's what he keeps bragging about." He said, "I've never been arrested unless you got a real charge." He said, "I'll just sue you for false arrest."
Mr. Briggs, a comment for you. Somebody wants to know how many days it's been since you had a cigarette.
It was Wednesday last week, the week before, whatever.
Awful calm for somebody that hasn't had any cigarettes.
No, believe me, I got the patch right here on this arm, right here, buddy. There ain't nothing calm about me. I want one so bad in some ways, but I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to be my old man.
Hey, Dean, how you doing, man? Good to see you awake on the live stream.
Yeah. Come on up, Dean. Go ahead, Noodles.
Oh, Dean's here? Hey, Lucky, what are you smoking, by the way? An aromatic or?
Nope. It's basic pipe tobacco, but then I'll smoke the Captain Black occasionally.
Yeah, do you like the Captain Black?
Yeah, it's about $16.
I just bought
packet.
I just bought this shit. It's really good. I don't know if you like aromatics, but I just bought this shit. This C&D stuff.
Yep. That's good.
It's a cherry.
That's like
$34,
right? About $34.
I don't remember how much. I don't remember how much it was, but I don't know if I don't know how much you smoke. I smoke like once a week. The pipe.
Well.
Lucky.
Yeah.
That's the guy's name right there.
All right, you could send me that link, Grandpa.
It's AM.
Hold on. Let me present you, so everybody else can see it. Oh, it's all one word. Oh, I got it. I was typing it separate.
I love that guy.
I could not pronounce that. Omega.
I'm
Against
against the press.
No,
Grandpa,
am against it.
Like
If you want-
Narragansett.
Oh, basically, I'm against the press. Basically. Okay.
If you'd like to post that link, Grandpa, you could post a link there. Dean, nice to see you awake.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
heard
it's
they
before noon.
got you again with my name.
What's that?
I said I heard they got you again with my name.
Oh yeah, they don't. Some people don't like me talking to you guys, but I don't know why. I talk to anybody.
They showed you to some big boobies.
Oh
Hey.
yeah. That's right. Yep.
At least they're keeping with your theme, Lucky.
Yeah, I learned from Grandpa, and yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, but
make
don't
sure
always
that- yeah.
don't always use the thumbs up. Have them give you the finger. You know, do something that stick the
Yeah.
air in. You know, finger in the air or tap the head. Constantly change it up. Don't keep it always the same.
All right.
And if they don't do it, don't let them up.
Yeah, because they could copy one from an old stream. I get you.
Right.
Dean, when did they get you?
happened,
When I was
Grandma?
live streaming, I think it was boobies though, so I got lucky, and it was only boobies. I guess, and it was near the
I'm
end.
I'm always getting the other thing, Dean. So don't worry about it.
Yeah, the nutsack is not good. I've seen the nutsack.
Good afternoon,
A
Sparky.
hairy nutsack.
Hey, Sparky.
Truck
Yeah.
nuts with hair.
Lucky, the other night
gotta
after
torque up.
Katrina got the pecker shakers.
hope
The
hope
pepper
she didn't
shaker.
bring it up.
No.
No.
Yeah.
No, she says, oh my God. And I said, what? You got the pecker shaker in the basement? She says, yep. How you doing, Dean?
Pretty good, Gramps, and yourself?
Oh, I'm doing fucking excellent.
Cool.
There's
I'm
the link,
doing-
guys. Let's fill this panel up. We need some more people in here. We have a total of 23 people viewing. We have 16 watching from Facebook
Hey, Noodles, tell Botter to come in, man.
and
He's
22
good.
thumbs up.
I'm trying to get a guy that was a bouncer at my old school to come up. I don't know if he's got his link, if he's tried to figure that out, but hopefully he'll come up.
Dean, he said his headphones broke.
Oh, fuck.
That was when I went live this morning. Yeah.
Let's send him some. Quickly, airmail.
Don't send him any Dean's headphones, though.
Hey, why? Because they're white?
No, because yours don't work half the time.
Well, they're not on now.
Yeah,
So
that's
far-
good because they don't work.
No, the echo thing is only when somebody's spying, I think. Because sometimes you hear it and sometimes you don't. It's like the FBI or something. Who knows?
Yeah, you want to fuck somebody up on your internet. When you set up the password for your neighbors, you put FBI van 1, then you put FBI van number 2. So when they search it, you'll for the Wi-Fi, it'll come up FBI number 1. They're gonna say, "What the fuck?"
It'd be funny if they come and talk to you about it then too. Hey, man, I turned my
Yeah.
thing in and I saw this Wi-Fi channel. It was FBI.
Yep.
And then you look at him and say, "Oh yeah, that's pretty wild. I don't get that on mine."
They're watching you.
But then again, I don't look for other people's Wi-Fi. You know.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff.
What's up, Jeff?
And Noodles, I don't talk to Botter at all, so would you let him know, please, that I'm not coming on his channel pretending to be some fucking woman?
Yeah, no, he
Oh, I remember that one. Okay,
What,
now I
Magda?
realize.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
he's joking around about that. You know.
I got better things to do with my fucking life. I prefer to come on YouTube and fucking run my mouth live in a fucking person, you know?
Yeah. He might have long hair, but he still don't look like no woman.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You don't look like no lady to me. Remember that? There was some kind of thing. There was a protest or something like that, and I forgot what it was. A guy cold cocked a woman in the face and said, "You don't look like no woman to me." Bam.
I know there's a woman that cold cocked a police officer, and then
Boy,
she was trying to beat up the police officer again. Another police officer walked up behind her, cold cocked her, dropped her right on the ground.
I think she tried to hit him with a glass bottle, and then he just pow, one smack to the face. Down she goes.
Yep.
You
That was
don't
all
look
over
like
the
no
internet.
woman to me.
Yep.
I
I'm
believe
sorry.
in treating women good, but not when they treat you bad.
I believe never hit a woman, but if a woman stands up to you and starts beating the hell out of you, punching you, you know, cold cocking you, and you know, a slap, that's one thing, but actually closed fists and fighting with you,
keeping on going. It's like, hey, knock it off.
Yep, and they keep going at it. Yeah, you push her
Depends
away.
on-
If not, you know, you restrain her or something. But I don't believe hitting any woman.
No.
depends on the reason why the woman's hitting you. Because if you hit her first and she hits you back, that's different. They should kick your ass.
Apparently, you didn't fucking hear what I said.
I heard what you said. You should never.
All right,
but
so
you said-
so why are you gonna fucking hit a woman? I just said I don't believe hitting a fucking woman. So
Unless she's coming at you with a knife or something like that, I guess you might have to like stop it. You know, it's like, okay, we got to end this. Dunk.
no,
Like,
I just.
If
Won't
she's
hit
punching me in my fucking face and or kicking me in my nuts for no fucking reason whatsoever, I'm knocking the bitch out.
Yep. Yeah, just one. Yeah, one good one. Rack, shake the fucking cage.
You know that's like going back to the skateboard as a fucking deadly weapon, but you don't have the right to fucking shoot them. No, you ain't supposed to fucking hit a woman, exactly. But don't use that as a fucking excuse to pound on people.
Yeah.
Right.
what I can't understand, I've been watching a lot of videos, and most of these videos here I've been watching is police officers from the overseas. That's not what it's called, but you follow what I'm saying. And most of these police officers, they'll either have protons, or they'll have the stun guns, or they'll have the stun, you know, regular gun itself. They barely ever have any firearms. I think I was talking to, well, I won't mention their name, but he knows who I'm talking about. Because I don't want to mention their good channel on this freedom of speech.
I think they should have those paintball guns with the pepper balls. It sounds pretty cool when you're watching like riots and shit. You hear, pop, 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 and you see people going, ah!
So
they
anyways,
only shoot at, you know, they only shoot at the street. They shoot at the street in front of them. So the ball breaks, and then they get the fucking powder, I guess, you know.
So anyways, they have two type of police officers. They'll have a police officer that will go and try to keep the peace. And if the peace is not solved, they get on a dispatch and they call what they call like armed force. And the armed force will come over and, you know, take care of the issue very quick.
Very quick, yeah.
So why can't we do something like that, you know?
Just
As
like
far
the
as all our
Proud Boys.
police officers, I'm not saying take their guns away, but why don't we give them tasers, police tasers, you know, solve that issue. And if they can't solve that problem, why can't we, like, not far as order the SWAT, but like have a lower grade of SWAT team that'll come take care of this issue, you know?
Why can't we have volunteer police officers?
No one's going to want to do that for nothing. Come on, they're
Probably
all in it
started
for
out
their...
that way years ago.
Dude, we have volunteer fire departments, we have volunteer ambulance corps, we have, you know, all this stuff. Why can't we have volunteer police? I mean, maybe it exists, but not up here.
Yeah, militia. You got to go out to the country
take
for that.
I don't know.
I
Let's
don't-
take that to the next level. Why can't we have armed fucking citizens that don't break the fucking law have guns?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
Why?
Oh, I
why
can see
is-
that working.
Because 90% of the fucking problems would go away, just like they did here in Maine. We were having fucking pharmacy robberies fucking every other day. People going in there and robbing the pharmacy to get their motherfucking Valium and whatever fucking else they wanted.
Opiates. The opiates, yeah.
You know? Yeah. And the day after they did the concealed carry law, that fucking went into non-existent.
Yeah.
Almost got written up, Jeff,
Uh-oh.
by the warden yesterday. Come up in the panel and explain it, Jeff.
Well, yeah. Went to the range. Shooting range. Dang.
There you go. Hit the like button, guys.
I think they would, a volunteer police department in some areas would probably work.
Yep, we're all shitheads. Tim says we're shitheads. Goblin King, good morning.
Well,
We got this
what's
guy.
the difference? What's the difference between a paid trained police officer and a volunteer trained police officer? They're just getting paid, right? They're getting the same training.
They got a police department. Our police go through. Chemung County has a police training center in an old pool building. Believe it or not, we had a pool here called Center Street Pool. They filled in the building and converted the. They filled in the pool and converted the old bathrooms into a classroom. They train our cops in 8 weeks and send them out on the streets.
Jesus.
No wonder why they know shit, because they got taught in a fucking shitter.
There you go. Exactly. But
Here you go. Here's your
seriously, I mean,
safety card.
but you know it's funny though. Like, but the thing is, I mean, I truly believe this. When I was a kid, you did something wrong. Okay, I'll give you an example. My sister carved her name in our pool that's still standing over here at the town of Beaumont. It was built when I was 10 years old. It's just 42 years old this year. She carved her name on the wall, little tiny name. And my sister and my cousin both did it. They were like 12 years old. Her name and her phone number was there. You know, the cops walk in, just look at called my old man. My old man, they didn't file charges but what they did was basically my sister got her ass beat by my mother. And then they turned around and my father went over to that pool when it was closed, made my sister chisel out all those tile, and then helped her and showed her how to replace every one of those tile. And then made her go up to the town board and apologize for carving her name in public property. Today, that'd be child abuse.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Today, you're allowed to do that if you have a permit. You can put Black Lives Matter all over the fucking streets and the
Yeah.
walls. And it's protected by the local government and the local city to protect that, which is kind of stupid.
Right, and when you try to remove it, they say, "Why are you doing that? You don't think Black Lives Matter?" You see that one?
Exactly. It's not the fact that they don't matter. They do matter. It's the fact that all lives matter. It's just not the black. You know.
Right, but when these store owners were starting to remove the spray paint and the vandalism, these guys went out and recorded it, and they were asking them, "Why are you removing that? Do you believe that Black lives don't matter? Is that why you're doing it?" It's nonstop harassment by these fuckers. Nonstop.
It's like me going around, Italian lives don't matter. If I hold up a sign saying Italian lives don't matter, or Polish lives don't matter, you know, come on.
Or they do matter, you know? Yeah.
Exactly.
Look, we all know that Italians are the best.
What do you mean, only Italians?
Yes, we know that. But it's just another race that's saying their lives don't matter. You know, like I said, a long time ago, before we were in this country, it was American Indians. You know, everybody in this country, don't matter if it's American Indians or not, we all came from somewhere. We had to come from somewhere. Where? We all don't really know. It's just this country had to start somewhere. There had to be somebody actually stepped their foot on this land before it was anybody else. So, who knows?
All earthly lives matter.
Oh, give it another 10 years, we won't have no
not-
history left.
All matter.
Oh, that when you want to talk, yeah, it's funny though when it comes to history. I mean, it's like, that's one thing. It's kind of funny. That's a subject that I get into with people like me. Like I agree. I love history and I love historic buildings, but that's something I know they do it big up in New England area and up in that, but they got these historic districts. If you own a house, they want you to keep it 100% original, even if there's no one historical tied to it. To me, if you own your own piece of dirt, whether it's historical or not, you should be able to do what you want with it.
Well, not for nothing. If you guys remember, this is going back, let's see, I'd like to say maybe two years, maybe 3 years ago. You guys remember those statues, the black-faced man holding a lantern in people's front yards?
Oh yeah.
All right. We can no longer have those in front of our house. They have to be painted white if you have one. Yep, there you go. Noodles.
There's one in our town that's the original thing, man, and it's pretty good.
Yep.
don't-
Yeah,
We can't have those here in Rhode Island.
No,
And
they
on
got
top
it
of that,
around.
Rhode Island,
the characters.
we had to
The
change
characters-
our name. Our name was State of Rhode Island Providence Plantations. We no longer have plantations in State of Rhode Island. It's just State of Rhode Island now. It's not plantations anymore. Our fucking governor changed that. The fucking bitch. She's erasing the history as well.
I remember those little statues you're talking about, Lucky, as a kid being sold in the
Yeah,
store.
hold the lantern.
Yep.
They were called little black Sambos.
Yep. We no longer could have those. If you do have them on your front lawn, you have to paint it all white. No color
Yeah,
clothes, no nothing. Pure white.
Right. That's we got that up here. We used to call them lawn jockeys. And the lawn jockeys, every lawn jockey up here is painted white.
You remember there used to be a restaurant chain called Sambo's. They forced them to change their name because they said it was a racist name.
Oh, I remember that. Sambo's. Yeah.
Yep,
Jeff,
we
they're
had 2 or
kinda
3 of them here.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Briggs.
No, we had 2 or 3 of them here. I bet your grandpa remembers those too. Remember the Sambo's chain?
Oh yeah.
Hey,
I don't know
Jeff, you
if anyone's in the
Jeff, you
Carolinas.
wait, Jeff Skewers is funny.
Yeah.
He
Jeff, you're
believes
kind of
that
late. We
shit.
had that discussion already, Jeff.
Yeah.
You might want to backplay the video.
That discussion's not even needed. That's bullshit.
I want to ask everybody a serious question here. You know, I know for a fact that the left would like nothing more than a fucking race war with putting these Antifa people out there, which are the majority of the people busting the fucking windows, and then the blacks are going in and looting these places, okay? But that aside, you know, if it comes to that, I don't care, you know, if you're out there holding a flag that says Black Lives Matter and you're a big fucking supporter, you really need to ask yourself when the shit hits the fan, is it going to make any difference? Are they going to ask you, did you support us? No, if you're white, you're going to get fucking shot just like me. Okay?
Right.
Or if you're black, you're going to get shot no matter if you fucking support it or not. And that's what they want.
Low lid, what's going on, brother? He mentions what about Cracker Barrel? Well, we do have one Cracker Barrel here in Rhode Island.
Cracker. I've been called a cracker.
I'm gonna report
Fuck you,
this channel for being fucking racist against white people.
Hey,
Yeah.
we got another legend in chat right there. The other trucker James, what's going on, brother?
The
Hey,
other
James.
trucker.
That's two legends. That's
Howdy.
awesome. Appreciate you guys coming up.
But also in the Carolinas, I think it's South Carolina, they have a place called Tar Babies. Dude,
Never
I
heard
swear
of
to
it.
God, I was driving through there, and there's a restaurant called Tar Babies, and it's not even like they're pretending. It's a black character eating a watermelon, I think, and it's called Tar Babies.
Wow.
Like not even brown, it's black. So I could see how people get you know.
You know
Well,
the
do you mean?
watermelon and the fried chicken stereotype. That's actually the real deal. I remember in the late '70s going to a local park, and on Memorial Day, that's all you smell, and they were loaded in there. They would come from the city and come out to the slight country.
That's like
Just a little bit of country.
Italians and lasagna or spaghetti
Yeah,
or
I seen
pizza.
like
Same
a
fucking
little
thing.
I seen like
Well-
a 7-year-old kid running with a half a watermelon across the street in front of me with his face buried in it. And it's like, man, I thought that was bullshit. But yeah,
Nah, he's actually getting practice for the future.
it's only a stereotype. That's all it is. It's not racism or nothing. It's just what you notice, you know?
Whatever happened
Grandpa
about the
might
Aunt Jemima syrup? I thought they were supposed to take all that off the market and come up with the new label. We went
So
shopping
did you
the
see
other
the
day.
Land O'Lakes? Have you seen the new Land O'Lakes?
Oh yeah, it's just a blank fucking thing now.
Yep.
No, I the one that we have, it's the head, it's the woman's face, but the body's gone, like her kneeling and presenting the butter, that's gone.
Wow.
Yeah, the town I live in, the high school used to be the Skowhegan Indians, and now they're just the Skowhegan. We ain't figured out a fucking name yet.
Warriors. So they're gonna name them Warriors.
You know what they used to do with the Land O'Lakes container?
Yeah, it used to fall in half.
No.
Oh.
No, my stepfather used to do it. It was hilarious. He'd cut the knees off one of the sides and then cut a little slit where she was holding the empty container like this, and
Right.
we'd put it behind it and glue it on so you'd flip it up and the knees would look like titties.
Yeah. We used to fall in half. It looked like tits. All right, I gotta go, guys. I gotta get out of here. But Dean, I'll see you later tonight. Grandpa,
I'll be
Lucky,
looking for some kind of stream to
Birds.
shout in.
see you later. Thank you so much, guys.
All right,
Bye.
later.
Later, man.
Hey,
Grandpa,
Katrina.
you would know. There's a restaurant. I was in Maine years ago. It was like a seashore town, and there was a restaurant there. It was called the Roadkill Cafe, featuring coons. And there was a picture of a raccoon up there, a black raccoon, and they were complaining about because the raccoon was black.
Hold on, Dean. Read that out loud, Lucky.
What, Katrina's?
Yeah.
Morning, everybody. I'm going to be doing my love at 1:30. Well, please do not go live. Your husband
Wow,
might
Katrina.
be quite surprised on the
Oh.
audience.
You are such a sweetheart, Katrina. But I'll tell you, I like that. You don't want to have that on the live stream. You'll get flagged.
Yeah.
Well, if everybody doesn't understand that, Katrina will be going live at 1:30 Eastern Time. I will have her run that link in the chat if she would like, but I hope it's not that type of love there, Katrina. I hope you meant to say live.
Unless he's going to Pornhub.
Yeah.
I know that, but it's funny anyways.
Yep. I never bring my phone into the bedroom. It stays far. I leave it in the fucking garage at night when I sleep.
No, I got the
Fuck, I go in
GoPro
house,
for the
leave the
bedroom.
phone outside. They think I never left this fucking seat.
We got the GoPro right there.
Sometimes you don't, Dean.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't. What?
Oh,
Sometimes you don't leave that seat.
Oh yeah.
James, come on up for a while. I haven't
Thanks,
been able
man.
to talk to you since last time you were up here.
He sees things.
How you doing?
That's my stereotype. Yeah. Dean, don't leave that fucking seat. Yeah, I do. I just went and borrowed my buddy's ATV lift because I figured it'll straddle a freaking rear end really good for a truck.
Where are you going?
Where am I going? Nowhere yet.
Well, you just said you borrowed your friend's ATV.
No, his
Figure you're
jack.
gonna go.
An ATV jack.
Oh, all right, I got you.
Yes, Mr. Stratton, they can see you.
Mr. Stratton,
Doggy's showing.
good boy.
Yeah, damn fingers. Blame it on the fingers.
Look at him. He's got his one ear up, flipping you off.
Yeah.
Did you put your one ear up to flip him off? One ear only. Look at him. He's flipping you off.
But I'll flip him off now and see if he raises his ear again. Oh,
don't do that, Dean. You'll get them both howling.
I scared the shit out of him, didn't I?
No, you didn't scare him. You're making him raise his ears. You don't want these dogs howling. Believe me, though.
Oh, okay.
They did it once on your live screen. You thought it was funny, but I don't think Lucky wants to be muted out by a red bone singing.
All right. I did
Don't
make the
bother
thing
me.
howl.
Katrina
See,
says
I can do it.
it's my story. I'm sticking to it. Yeah.
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 All right, guys. I'm gonna post the link one more time. If you want to come up in the panel, feel free to come up in the panel. That's the last time I do run it. We are only gonna be on for another couple more minutes. We're gonna go for an hour and a half. So it's just about that. It's 17 past the hour.
17 past.
Yeah, it's 1 hour 17 minutes we've been on. So
man.
we'll go for an hour and a half. Talk about anything you like. Cheryl wants to go to doing laundry.
I think we need a lot of reform in this country on everything.
Yep. Fucking tax reform. Fucking central bank reform. Like eliminate it.
Oh, bank. That's a good one. Here's a good one. Now
Okay.
people tell me I'm crazy, I'm wrong, but here's a good one. I know a couple that they were accused of bank fraud. Now, get a load of this. You can go
Spit
to a
it
bank.
out,
Anyone
Mr. Briggs. Spit it out.
With that,
Spit it out.
anyone can go to a bank. Oh, let me spit out. Anybody could go to a bank right now and go out and buy a $60,000 car, get approved, and buy that car tomorrow, and pay it off in 5, 6 years, 7 years, whatever you finance it for. But if you went to a bank and tried to buy a $60,000 house, they make you pay for 20 to 30 years.
Yeah. That is kind of
But yet not anybody can get approved for that. Why is that?
the laser.
Prejudice.
But here's a good one. I know a woman who grandfather died and left her a 57 Chevy Bel Air convertible. She then sold it to her then fiance for 75, 80 grand. He went to a bank, borrowed the money, signed the car over to her. But they were actually committed fraud, they said, because instead of buying a car, they were living together. They had two different last names. They took that money, paid cash for a house, and just paid the monthly payments off, paid off in 7 years. The bank found out about what they do. They said they committed fraud and tried to have him arrested for it.
That's fucked up, man. That is fucked up.
I thought smart.
Well, smart, yeah. I'm saying it's fucked up how the financial system fucking works. That you're able to, they should have been able to get away with it like the rest of the fucking politicians and shit. They're all fucking rich. They only make what, 180 grand a year, and they got $1 million mansions. Come on,
$60,000 car, I'm all set with that, anyways.
Do you understand what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, you got to pay a lot. Like a lot of people with the 30-year mortgages, man, they pay 3 times of what they borrowed. And it's like, holy crap.
Yeah, but think about why shouldn't I be able to go to a bank, borrow the money? This country would be so much wealthier if you could borrow, say, 100 grand to buy a house and pay it off in 7, 8 years. Been said, a 3% mortgage is a whole lot different than a 3% car.
Yeah.
And you'd have more property owners, more taxes collected instead of renters.
Because Democrats are trying to make this as a Democrat country.
You had it right the
They
first time, Democrat.
they want to be able to pay everybody to stay home and not work. They want to take control of this country. They don't want business owners. They want people to be able to stay home and collect that welfare, collect that friggin'
And
money.
take that vaccine and die in a little bit.
Yep.
That's what they want.
I got
Take
one
that
here. I'm
vaccine.
gonna
You want to
post in
get
a
back
second.
out in the world? Take the chip.
Here, Mike.
Take the chip. Take the chip and love it.
Guess what, Jeff? You could get a loan for a car, even with a. It's not as hard as you think. Anybody can get a loan for a new car.
Yeah.
Try to think where this was.
No more loans for me. Shit's paid off. We're good to go. Ain't rich,
You get a
but
loan every day.
yeah.
You get a loan every day. You're alive.
Yeah. Yeah, really. Yep. I just have this
Life
body
is a
on
loan.
loan for a little while, and then occasionally I'll be evicted. Show up somewhere
Exactly.
else again. I'll have to
That's
get another. Yeah. And you know I will. I've been around for a while.
Oh, we're
I don't
gonna
know
bring
how
you
many
back as a woman.
Nah, no fucking way.
Yeah,
Hey, I look at it this way: we all die.
I found two pictures.
Two
I said I was gonna
pictures.
post. Yep, I was gonna post them, and I forgot to post it, so I'll do it right now.
I gotta grab one more.
I gotta find it. The first one, I like it. The first one.
Oh yeah. Shh. Quiet.
No,
It got quiet.
so all waiting for me to post this picture.
Ah. Okay.
I just had it too.
Damn it.
I hate when that happens.
Fell down inside the engine.
Oh, no way.
Hey, doesn't that suck? I dropped a bolt down when I pulled the distributor out. I dropped the bolt down the fucking thing, and I'm looking at it way the fuck down there. It's like, well, I don't think a magnet's gonna work because the whole thing's
we go.
fucking iron, you know. It's like, how do I get that fucker out of there? I used one of those claws, and it worked. Hard to see though.
There we go.
But anyways, that's what happened with your picture. It fell down the fucking hole in the back of the intake
Gotta move your mic, Lucky.
Oh,
That's a true statement.
yeah. Definitely seen that sign before.
Oh, yeah. I got one more, too. Keep on working. Millions depend on you. And we'll do one more here since we're there.
I took a few meme pictures.
Well,
See if I can
this
pull
is
them
going
up.
to be me. This is going to be me. I'd like to say maybe 10 years from now, hosting freedom of speech. Wait a minute here. See if I can enlarge this thing. Yeah, just a little bit.
Where is it? Holy crap.
Oh my God! You gonna be a sumo wrestler?
That's me in 10 years hosting freedom of speech.
Nah, you'll never get that big. You'll never get that big. You know why? You wouldn't let yourself get that big. You couldn't fit on your lucky 7.
All right, I got one more too. Where are we here?
That'd be Dean in 10 years. You'd have to put Candle of Bats Blue next to it to make him feel right at home.
I got some in here.
I look at it this way. My grandfather made a comment once years ago, and you think about it, he was dead nuts on. You know something? We all come in this world one way. We all end up the same way, a piece of shit. You know why? Because when you die, you're buried, the worms eat you, and they shit you out. So you end up a piece of shit.
Hey, Dean, I got a nice picture for you.
Look at Grandpa's like an imaginary nose.
Damn.
Oh, hell no. I'm
You know,
lying. No. Turn
He
that
could
thing
have
off. Oh.
He has 10 pairs of underwear on, but you really wouldn't know it.
God, no. Turn that thing off. It's making me gag. Oh, no. Stop.
Oh, wait a
Stop. No. Come on. I ate lunch.
All right,
my goodness.
we'll do my famous one here.
God damn, her pussy looks just like your face.
No. I can't see it, and I don't want to see it. Stop. Oh, God. No. Gross.
That girl does her shopping. Oh,
We just lost all the ladies in the chat. Okay, that's better.
Oh man, that woman does her shopping at
But,
10:09.
but
What do you mean? You mean Kent City?
Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to put this up before the photos.
this picture.
What is it?
Hey, Captain Boys. Captain Boy
Hey,
wants the link.
Noodles was back or is? Wow, is mine delayed that much?
We have now less than 2 minutes left of the program.
Wow, that's really
Hey,
weird.
Bruce.
What's going on, everybody?
Delayed.
What's up, Bruce?
Oh, I think I
Laura.
put that down. I almost lost my breakfast and lunch.
All right, private chat link is going to be posted. I'm allowed up to 9 people plus myself. There is the private chat link. We'll be ending the live very shortly. I appreciate everybody logging on, saying hello. What is going on? I go live every Friday night for Grow Your Channel. I also give away 3 $10 Amazon cards at that time, but you do have to be a member, and you do have to be present to be able to win. And that is every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you like this live broadcast, I do this every Sunday at 10 a.m. We call it fucking freedom of speech. We come up on the panel, shoot the shit, talk, swear, smoke, do whatever you want. It doesn't fucking matter. So anybody that did come up, I appreciate that. And you're more than welcome to stay for the live, freedom of speech. I don't know, after chat.
Favorite part.
That is awesome. Hope you guys caught that on there.